2D one, I mean, it seems it's also it's cultural. I mean, it's true to type, because it seems that at least his 2D films I've seen, they have to do with the Ghanaian culture. So I wanted to find out why he chose not to use dialogue for this. I think I would also send him an email maybe. Okay. And then Orange City, Orange City, it would have been nice to also find out from Somto whether his film is based on anything in real life, or if it's just a collection of real life experiences, or the possibilities that that could happen within this space of trying to break into the world of music. Hello, are you there? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, so those are the I'd like to ask Somto about that, but he's not here. And for Kanso as well, it's interesting that I'd like to know why, but it's interesting that he chooses to do like horror films, but animated horror films. So I wanted to also ask him why he chose to go that particular route as it were. And also the Unknown Potato Seller, even though that is also based on real life events, of course, is sort of dark. Why he chose to tell that story and use animation.
Okay. Could you just run us through your thoughts on some of these movies, especially the Unknown Potato Seller? What are your
Especially
thoughts about the movie? And, the Unknown Sweet Potato Seller.
I found the style quite interesting. I found the style quite interesting. It was 2D and sort of a mix with live action as well, and it's also
It felt
crime.
like you were reading a comic book.
Yes, I mean there was just something interesting, like about it, and the way it even started. I said, I mean, this is sort of looking Harry Potter-ish, because I mean it had like bats, or like will I say, not vampires, like bats. I mean the whole thing looked like something sinister was afoot and all. Yes, it felt like a comic, as though it was like a motion comic kind of thing. As I said, it was I mean, the films that we've seen today, interestingly, some of them are like a fusion of styles, because like Machine too, I think it's a mixture of stop motion. He used 2D, and also some like experimental animation as well. So that I found quite interesting with respect to Machine. And then Drunken Dreams, the director, who, I mean, at least I'm happy is I mean, at least from the name, I see that she's a female, and I met her. She also screened one of her films last year at Lifanima. So she seems to have used stop motion animation, and well, it is didactic, if I would use that word, in a way, because it's also trying to tell people to avoid excessive drinking of alcohol, because it does affect one in the long run. And then also, it's not too late to, well, start over, because I mean, I guess that the title, Drunken Dreams, the man realized, I mean, like, he was in his 70s and he was asking for like another chance, another go at life, you know, as it were. And then Maya, I mean, which opened the festival, is quite, I mean, unique, because okay, it's live action, is based on the supernatural. I mean, if we can use that word. I'd have loved to ask him what inspired him to tell that particular kind of story. And I mean, I found the VFX like really quite cool. And yeah, there were several other films like Once Upon a Time, and yeah, that was also interesting as well. Okay, so I guess since the filmmakers are not able to be here.
I'm suspecting that they are still watching the movies.
Yes, yes. I think that is what is going on, especially since one can still go back, like, to watch, you know, a particular film if you want to see it again,
yeah, but
because
the movies will be there till tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. So
yes, but you know how it is. I mean, they want to be with it in the moment. They don't want maybe to watch it, you know, like another time, because quite a number of them were with us in the morning. So as you said, they must all still be in the in the screening room.
well, I believe we'll have a fuller house at the second session.
Yeah, so well, I guess, do we call it quits for now?
I think we should just leave the room open till the end of the Q&A session. So if anybody joins before it ends, fine. But once the time is over, we'll have to run back to Filmstagram to continue watching movies.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can just disable your video in the meantime, but let's know you're there.
All right.
So once anybody comes into the room, you can run back in. Okay, guys, you're welcome to the room. Chantel. So Chantel, can you say something so we know you're there? Hello, Chantel. So if you're in the room, just say something so we know you're in the room.
Hello, hello. Hello, we have a Zoom user. Okay, Chantal says she's just getting her mic set up. Please, Zoom user. Hello, please, what's your name?
Welcome, Mr. Muiwa Kaide. So, can you share your thoughts on some of the movies that I've shown so far?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you share your thoughts on some of the movies that
on
have
the
been shown?
films that screened today?
Oh, okay. I was particularly captivated by Moya, and then Tutu, especially because the whole idea of telling the African story, I see that coming out really strongly in Tutu, Untold Story of a Kingdom. And that, for me, runs so much in the direction I think we want to begin to see. One of the things we are hoping that this festival going forward can achieve, having those kind of stories on the big screen eventually. I think that, made so far the most impression on me, I would say, was Tutu.
Okay, great. I felt the same too. I mean, every film we saw, they're all amazing. They have the different points of view, because I mean, filmmakers were all different. But really, as you said, Tutu, I can just imagine it on the big screen in our theaters, or eventually, I mean, if it's being configured to screens like the IMAX or the MX4D, that when the film is even screening, you can smell the forest, you can hear the wind blow. It will really be amazing. I particularly enjoyed it. I mean, the camera angles, from how it's the camera panned and all, and the details in the 2D animation, was really amazing for me.
Yeah, I think Tutu was a very decent animation. Of course, from experience, I know it's actually 3D rendered as 2D, but nevertheless, it's a 2D piece. It's presented as a 2D piece, and I like the lighting. I like so many things about it. Just work very well for me as far as I'm concerned. And I just wish the filmmaker was here. I know some people are following us. Some people are following the Q&A session live on YouTube, and others on Instagram. But on Instagram, you can't put a comment. And on YouTube, I haven't seen much comments or questions and all that. So I'll encourage people to actually just come this way and join the Zoom session live so that we can interact and talk to one another live.
Yeah, I actually sent Francis a message, and he said he was in the middle of shooting or something. Because I told him that that I was actually watching his film, and I told him that the Q&A was soon starting. So maybe I should try chatting him up again if he can just, I don't know, come out, because if he's directing, it might be hard to get him out of the room. But if I can go send him a message again and ask him to, even if it's for 5 minutes, to just come out. Nildo, I don't know. Nildo was
he was with
around.
us at the opening ceremony.
Yes, Nildo was around with us. Some other names I saw on the film, I don't remember exactly now, but I remember seeing a name from the Zoom ID and on the film. So there are some other filmmakers that were with us in the morning. Please just excuse me. Let me see if I can get Francis to come on, even if it's for 2 minutes.
Okay. So, MK, I just also want to find out, like, comparing the movies that were submitted this year with the ones that came in last year, is there any basis for comparison? Not necessarily from the point of view of one set of movies being better than the other. What was your take comparing the movies from this year and the ones from last year?
Well, I think generally we received more entries from more African countries this year than last year. In terms of cultural relevance of the entries, I think we got closer to what one would describe as an ideal, the desired state this year also. Well, I wouldn't want to talk about quality, because I believe that in art, the bottom line really is the power of the story. And if you tell a compelling story, the average audience are more interested in the story. For those in the back end of things, the technical people, the experts and the critics, they may want to look at, okay, how was this done? What is the technical quality? What is the, and all of that. But we know that the average audience is not necessarily into that aspect of things so much, but we want to see the power of the story. And I think from some of the entries we received this year, I think there's a whole lot to say in that area, especially the entries we received from other African countries. And like I spoke earlier, the Tutu for me is a very good example of the power of the story.
So what was your thoughts about The Unknown Sweet Potato Seller? I think I really liked the style. It felt like I was watching a comic. You remember Sin City? The Unknown Sweet Potato Seller reminds me of Sin City. If that were to be adapted into a live action movie, I think it would just be given the same direction and same approach. You understand what I'm trying to say? The production value, the production style, everything we have to, well, from my own point of view, we have to tilt towards what they did with what I'm trying to do with Sin City. I really loved the way it was told, and it's
it's
simplicity. The simplicity made it easy for you to follow the story. There wasn't
compelling.
Yeah, exactly. So there wasn't any distraction because of too much visual effects and all of that. So all the things that were introduced to the movie helped with the storytelling, helped taking the story forward rather
Sure.
than being
Absolutely.
distracted. And that's what I really appreciated about it.
Absolutely. I would have wanted to ask Somto a question. Is Somto with us?
Sometimes is not in the room right now.
Ah, okay. I would have wanted to ask him what exactly inspires the story and approach for Orange City. What kind of urban experience is he trying to portray? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Well, I think Sumto's influence is actually very foreign. He obviously is inspired and influenced by a lot of foreign work. You understand what I'm trying to say? And even in his storytelling and the situations that he portrays, you can tell that he has a lot of strong influences from what's happening in the Western world. That's my
World,
yeah.
Okay.
So and that's like a clear it has clear disparities with what someone like Francis Brown is doing with his movies.
Yeah.
Who did what's the name Tutu. Francis Brown is completely drenched and into the cultural and African storytelling. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I've followed all these animations since he started. And
there's not in the room.
yeah, I followed those, and I don't think he's ever gone.
I tried getting to Francis, but to no avail. I heard you people talking about Somto. Okay, there's someone that left a message in the group chat. Okay, that she will join later. I don't know, maybe let me try to get him too. I just wonder what has become of our other filmmakers that were with us earlier on, like Neil Doe. And at least Neil, I really loved, I followed Neil Doe's project. For some years now, he's been entering some of his projects into this Pan-African animation competitions. 3 years or 4 years ago, he entered one of the episodes of this Troublemakers for what's the name of this festival now? I mean, this competition. It just keeps my mind now. He made it to the finalist stage, but his animation wasn't picked as the one to be to go on to Annecy. I mean, to be further to be pitched again on the global scale and to get sponsorship, production support, and all. And then last year again, for the African Animation Network Pan-African competition, where they were going to choose 2 or 3 projects that was to go to Annecy this year in June. His film was in the competition, you know, again. And there was a year, I think the year before that, what I just like, he has a never give up spirit. He keeps trying in all these things. And the year before that, he actually made it, I mean, the continental finals in South Africa, one of the episodes too, he made it as the one of the top 2 people that were going to represent the continent, you know, in Annecy. He and Damilola Sholesi, they went, but of course neither of them got the what they were looking for. But the exposure at Annecy and all, you know, like must have helped, because I also noticed that in the end credit of the film, this film that was in the festival, there he made mention of African Animation, you know, network. So there must have been maybe some form of, you know, like support as it were. But of course, also because of the COVID, the on-site Annecy didn't take place. I think just a mini part of it took place online. Hello, Nadira. It's great to have Nadira here. Nadira is the co-founder of the Nollywood Week Festival in Paris.
Hello.
Hi, welcome. So,
hi, Nadira.
You're welcome, Nadira.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, good. How's everything? So have you been able to see some of the movies, Nadira?
hello, Nadira. Can you hear us?
Yes, now I can. Hi.
Okay. So have you been able to see some of the movies that are on the portal?
Yes, I just finished watching Moya, and so I wanted to join in and see with the discussion. And sorry to join in late.
Okay, the filmmaker is not in the room yet, but can you share your thoughts on Moya?
Sorry.
I said the filmmaker is not with us at the moment, but can you share your thoughts on the movie Moya?
Well, I actually don't have any formulated thoughts. I've actually just finished it, and I was hoping to hear the filmmaker kind of dissect it for me. I was actually curious to know what his where he was coming from and what his intention was with the film.
Okay, I wish the filmmaker was here as well. Personally, Moya strikes me as a filmmaker. It's the kind of movies I love. Something that presents a delicate blend between the physical and the surreal. Something that's not just too in your face. Something that requires a lot of paying attention to get the story behind the very electrifying and beautiful visuals. I think Moya for me is a triumph in visual storytelling and in psychic reasoning. And I really hoped the filmmaker was going to attend the Q&A session so I can query his instincts a bit.
Yes, I thought, yeah, from the visual aspect, it's beautiful. It's and some of the settings that he used, the makeup, it was very interesting. But in terms of the story, I need dissecting. I would like to know his intentions behind some of the scenes.
Well, that's actually the essence of the Q&A sessions, and it's a pity that the filmmaker is not here to get some of those questions. But I believe a lot of people would have left a couple of notes and messages on the film page on Filmstagram, because of course there's a place where you can ask the filmmaker a question or send to him, and another space to rate and review the movie. So I want to believe a lot of people will have questions for the filmmaker that will be going to his emails directly, but it would have been beautiful if he was here for the live Q&A session, because this is streaming live on Zoom. It's streaming live on the homepage of Filmstagram and also on YouTube, and there are a lot of people following, and I'm sure they have questions like you and I to understand what's going on in the mind of the filmmaker.
Well, okay. Well, I guess I will look forward to go and start streaming some other films then, and I look forward to seeing, I guess, like what else we'll be able to see over the next 2 days.
Awesome. So secondly, I just wanted to find out.
Sorry, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to see if I can get through to Siyabonga, because this is Moya. We really want to know about it. I'm trying to see if I can get in touch with some of the filmmakers. Since the Q&A ends at 2:50, I want to see who I can contact, to come to the Q&A session.
Well, that'll be awesome if you can get a couple of.
So wish me luck. I'm calling Siyabonga now. Siyabonga is the director of Moya, this much talked about Moya.
Okay, so let's get Moya
Can
into
you?
the building.
Hello, Adebimpe. Can you? What about Kemi Badamosi?
I'm also trying her. I'm trying because I mean I'm even curious about Kemi because from what I've seen, at least the films that have been screened, she's the only female director. So I'm curious. And as I said before you joined, her film was also in the festival last year. She had stop motion film in the festival last year. And if you remember, you know, she was making a case for stop motion that she would like for us to add a stop motion category. Yes, because even she still left that comment on Film Freeway. So maybe we should actually, you know, think about that. So let me try my luck in getting Siyabonga, Kemi, Somto, because at least since there's still a little bit of time, let me see who can come up.
Yeah, we wish you all the best.
Thank you. Bye.
And safe trip. Okay. I think it's quite an interesting array of movies that have been shown so far, and the ones that are yet to screen are equally amazing movies. And I just want to say I'm excited for the future of animation in Africa, and I'm looking forward to great collaborative projects. I think that's the next step because it has to go beyond the individuals and individual studios doing their own things. It has to dovetail into individuals, gifted individuals, and various studios coming together to do amazing work together.
Yeah, regarding the stop motion style of Kemi, can you hear me?
Oh, I can.
Okay. I think maybe one could maybe the festival could actually consider more categories that are not necessarily tied to the format of the work. For instance, you know, yes, we know that the main focus of the FANIMA is animation and visual effects. If you look at the category of visual effects, for example, it could go to any kind of film because the film doesn't necessarily have to be either 2D or 3D or stop motion graphic or stop motion animation. So a work like Kemi Gbadamozi's entry, for example, can feature in the category of visual effects or even pick up an award in that category because that category is not necessarily limited to, you know, the format or the style of the film. So maybe eventually we could have additional categories that are not necessarily limited to the style or the format of the film, but that can actually, whether it's 2D, 3D, stop motion, they can actually pick up an award in that category. Could have something like best message, for example. There are some film festivals that have that category of best message, depending on what story you're telling. And that can actually, you know, and as I mentioned earlier, I believe in the power of the story so much, you know. I think that for me is the first most important thing. And then secondly is the style or the format or the template or the approach with which you get that message across. But first and foremost is the message, is the power of the story, you know. So maybe going ahead, you know, the festival may want to consider as it grows some of these considerations.
So can you guys still hear me? Hello? Hello, guys. Hi, MK, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay, great. So let's hope we can come back into the room with some of the filmmakers so we can.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Romero. I'm trying to see if I can get Romero, but Romero's film is not in the first block, though.
Not, nevertheless.
I'm just trying to see if I can get him in on the conversation.
Okay, let me try and reach out to Esther Kemi Wedemosi as well.
Okay.
We have limited time till the second block starts.
Hello, hi, I'm back. Well, my journey was not very successful this time, but you know, not giving up. I called Somto, he said he's on the road. I could actually hear cars honking, that he's sorry that he's not available. I've been trying Francis through normal call WhatsApp. It is rejecting the call. And I tried Siyabonga of Moya, and it's not, I mean, it's not connecting. I've not tried Neil Dodo, but I just said, let me quickly try this one, since the recent conversation was around the films. So that's it with respect to my journey. We just basically have like 10 more minutes. But I think what could happen is we can still keep trying to get in touch with them, so that if they come on board, since the films were screened today, they could, if possible, be in the second block of the screening, if there is time, and just in case all those filmmakers for the block 2 don't show up.
Yeah, they could actually hear their thoughts during the second block.
Yes, because I'll keep trying Siyabonga, because since his film was the opening film and people are curious to know more about it, and I'll try the other people as well. I'll keep trying the other people, because the Q&A session ends at 2:50, and then there is an industry session after it.
Yeah, 3 p.m.
Yeah, so okay, so let me try my luck again. See you.
Okay, Vinkwe, thanks. Okay, so I guess we'll just have to wait it out and hope they join us to just get the best of the session. I think that's what the festival is all about. Not just watching the films, but getting to hear from the filmmakers directly. Okay, Binkwe, any hope, any luck yet?
No luck, and since it's just 2 minutes, in fact, just now, Francis sent me a video of him shooting on set that, as I can see, shooting that he's sorry, but I was just replying him before I started hearing your voice. So I'm going to encourage him that if he can still join at any point in the festival, you know, today, he should. So that was the message I'm about to send.
Okay, I think anybody who wasn't here now, we can still accommodate them in the next session.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't know when he's going to finish filming. As I said, I'm going to keep contacting the filmmakers whose contacts I have, you know, to still join in, you know, today, because since their film screened today, because the filmmaker, the Raz the Cat, his film screened today, and he was on the, he was on the WhatsApp group earlier today, and he even, I think he came on. He was the one that I was teasing that he was shy. He was with us at the opening. So I don't know what has happened to him now. And Kanso as well was with us in the opening, but we can't, he's also not available. So I'm just going to try to get, you know, in touch with them, because we have just 10 minutes to the industry session for the VFX.
Okay, I think at this point we'll have to end this session and continue. Okay. We'll continue at the second block Q&A session. Okay, so thanks guys. Thanks MK.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.